Can somebody please tell me that I'm tripping? Guys, welcome back into yet another video. Guys, it is I, your Lord and Savior, back again, having a nice little discussion with you guys. Something that has came to my attention on my own, with maybe a little bit of research that I've done, but I kind of want to share this with you guys, and I want to know if maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm seeing things that aren't there. You know what I mean? We're gonna get into it, but before we get into this discussion, guys, y'all already know the deal. Guys, if you enjoy the content that's being produced on this channel, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, that like button, as well as subscribe to the channel. Those two things are absolutely free. It doesn't cost you a goddamn dime, but what it does do is it does help the channel. It helps us be seen to more people, and I appreciate all those who do those things. Thank you. Last but not least, guys, go ahead and share the content as well as hit the notification bell so you guys are up to date and aware of anything and everything that's being put out on this channel. So without motherfucking ado, let's get into it. Around this time, guys, there's a certain American staple, if you will, that people like to start to attend and start to go to, right? And you may be thinking like, oh, what are we talking about? We're talking about the holidays, right? We're talking about like 4th of July, things of that nature, right? Wrong, motherfuckers. We're talking about the American staple of going to anime conventions. You know what I'm saying? Those are the American staples that people like me, so many others like me, enjoy doing around this time of year almost every year. Now, the last couple of years is pretty hard to actually kind of do because of the whole, pandemic situation that was going around. So a lot of people couldn't get out, a lot of people couldn't travel, a lot of people couldn't share and revel in the thing that they love doing, which is going out to cons, meeting people, and just seeing all the sights and getting new shit and just enjoying their fucking selves, right? But now, all that has died away. All that has went away, and people are now going back out. People are now going with their friends, dressing up, doing cosplay, doing all that stuff, the things that they enjoyed doing prior to everything just kind of shutting down. So I just recently came from a con here in my neck of the woods as well, to where we kind of went around and it was pretty nice. We went there, guys. It was nice. We saw some people. We saw some friends. We just chatted it up, bought some stuff, bought some memorabilia, just had fun overall. We just kind of went there just to see the peoples, a bunch of cool cosplay, a bunch of cool voice actors that were doing sign-ins. It was just nice and cool to see. Now, something that stuck out to me that kind of rubbed me the wrong way, and again, I don't know if this was the same for you guys, but there was something missing at these cons that I have seen when I have done a little research and kind of looked at other people's videos of them posting themselves at bigger events. The one thing that I did not see there at those cons that was kind of confusing to me was Attack on Titan. Now, guys, as you all know, I'm a big Attack on Titan fan. Love the series. Thought the series was great, except for you already know the ending in chapter 139. We all know I have plenty of videos in the catalog to back those things up, so you guys already know what I'm talking about. But the one thing that was confusing to me was that I did not see any Attack on Titan stuff. Like, it was very rare to see anything related to Attack on Titan. Maybe a few t-shirts here and there, but honestly, that was about it. And there was a particular booth there of somebody who was selling like Blu-rays and DVDs of some anime maybe that you haven't gotten a chance to watch, some that were kind of hard to find. But even glancing over that particular table, there was no Attack on Titan anywhere. Nothing. And with that being said, I was very confused and kind of very flabbergasted by the mere thought of like, hey, wait a minute, now this is a con, right? We all know. This is a pretty big deal in terms of just overall anime. And one of the biggest anime that has came out in recent years that had a good standing, a good long running, was not even showcased whatsoever. There was a lot of different obscure anime that were there that, if you're not really a big anime fan, you're not really going to know about, but there were also the big ones that were there. There's a lot of Naruto stuff. There was Boruto stuff there, Bleach as well. Just different anime, Spy Family, stuff like that. Those type of animes were there. Demon Slayer, of course. Hell, even some Full Metal Alchemist was there. And, Brotherhood been gone, right? For years. But there was no AOT. So it got me to thinking. And I started to just put a lot of different pieces together. And one thing that kind of stuck out to me, that the reason there probably was no AOT was, I believe, that Eren has been blackballed.
Liar!
Hey, I'm just saying what I think, and this is just my theory. I'm thinking that a lot of these different cons and these different conventions, in terms of just anime in general, I think they blackballed or canceled Erenyeager. Now you may think like, what the fuck reason, or how would they even do that, or even hell, why would they even do that? I give you a valid reasoning as to why that I believe that he was canceled. I think that Eren was canceled per se by the anime committee or whoever is because of the acts that he did in the anime. I think a lot of the acts that he did in the anime were heinous, and I think a lot of people may view it as very, very grotesque and very, very dark, right? Like, why this dude here is like, what he did was just incomprehensible. That's why I believe that he was not being represented, or even the series wasn't even being represented to the full display that it should have been. To me personally, I think that's some bullshit. I'm just going to be perfectly honest. I think that's absolute 100% bullshit. If my theory is actually correct, which again, I don't really have any super emphatic proof that it is, but I just find it strange that one of the biggest animes that ever came out in recent history, that is about to be wrapping up probably sometime soon in about September or October, had no mention at all of this anime that, again, is probably one of the biggest animes that came out in recent years. Had no mention, no display, no nothing at a lot of these big expos. I think it's maybe related to or tied into the fact of what he did. And they are just being soft about it and just being little bitches about it. And it's like, you know what? He doesn't deserve his spotlight. He doesn't deserve that shine based off of what he does. Another reason why I say this, and I can kind of attach this on to it, and I believe this theory to be correct, is because let's take a look at another character that is in anime, pretty prominent anime, if you will, but it's really not mentioned in a lot of these expos, or not really shown. The person that I'm referencing is none other than Griffith. Griffith from Berserk, the leader of the Band of the Hawk. This man, great character, very well written story, just overall very well written character development for this particular character in that story and in the realm of Berserk. However, if you go to these anime cons or you go to these conventions or different things like that, you don't really see him mentioned. Hell, mostly you don't even really see the anime mentioned. I know the anime is a little bit darker in terms of just taste and just overall its ambiance, but it's still a very good anime, and it's still garnered a bunch of attention based on the fact that, hell, they even had it and redone it as an anime, right, recently. Granted, to me, I didn't like the way that it was animated. It looked pretty, I don't know, weird to me, very robotic. I'm not really a fan of that type of animation. However, they took the time to reanimate this and try to push it out there to the masses for a reason, because of the fact of the popularity of this particular franchise. But again, as I said, you don't see a lot of that being advertised at a lot of these different anime expos. A lot of those particular anime is blackballed because of the acts that a lot of the characters in those stories do. What Griffith did was crazy, but based on reading it, you can kind of see and kind of understand, like, damn, he went this far. That's absolutely crazy as to why he even did that. That's insane. But again, he's not advertised. Same thing for Eren. Eren did what he had to do. We all know. Everybody who's seen my channel knows that I'm an Eren guy. I support what he did. I get it. Yes, it was crazy. It was extreme, for sure. However, I explained in grave details in all of my videos as to why I can understand where he came from and why he got to the conclusion on him doing what he did. Now, again, as I said, extreme, for sure. But in my honest opinion, that is no reason as to why you should blackball this man from a lot of these different expos and a lot of these different cons just based on the fact of what he did. But again, as I said, in my particular neck of the woods, when I went to the expo, I didn't see a lot of Attack on Titan stuff. Nothing related to Eren, nothing related to none of these characters, even though Attack on Titan is one of the biggest animes ever. I just find that very strange. And again, just my honest opinion, if in fact it's related to the actions that he took, guys, y'all need to grow the fuck up. Sometimes there are going to be things in life that are going to happen in which you're going to have to make a decision that's going to overall affect your future going forward. What Eren did in the manga and in the anime, it is what it is. You should be able to understand as to why he made these particular decisions. Because again, it wasn't as if, we all know, he just didn't want to do it. He just didn't wake up and was just like, I wonder what it'll be like to just fuck up the world today. I think that'll be a good idea. Let's do it, Armin. You with me? You in? None of that happened. There were a lot of different scenarios and a lot of different elements that even led him to make that decision, right? So by us knowing that, we should be able to empathize with the decision that he made. Even though it was heinous and even though it was extreme, it should still be no reason for him to not be shown or the anime to even be shown off, especially as big as it is. That's why for the most part, when you look at a lot of these cons, you see a lot of the bright, artsy anime that, you know, people just like, all the happy stuff. Oh, yay, you know, all of this. And to be honest with you, it's kind of like, this is it. There are people that like other anime than the main ones that y'all keep advertising. Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, Bleach, One Piece. Good fucking Lord, One Piece. Y'all advertise that shit so much. There are so many other anime out there that have better stories than a lot of the mainstream anime that a lot of people are watching. Now, I get it from a business perspective. You know, you want to advertise and showcase the main stuff because those are the money makers. Those are the ones that a lot of people watch. A lot of those people who watch it aren't really true anime watchers, if you think about it. A lot of them aren't. A lot of them just go with the mainstream stuff that's being pushed, that's being hyped, and they're like, ooh, this is cool. They're not actually going in to watch anime that you may not have heard of, like Blood Plus or things of that nature. Stuff that's kind of on the darker side of things, or just anime in general that's to the side, like Future Diaries or things like that. They're not looking at these anime and it's like, I want to actually get into anime. It's just something to do, just something that they want to see. So again, as I said, from a business perspective, I get it. But I just think personally, it should be a place for all. Regardless of what you guys think about what Eren did or not did or whatever he could have done or changed or whatever, it's still no reason to not showcase a lot of these different anime, especially these anime that have fantastic stories, fantastic characters, fantastic writing, all of that. That stuff should all be portrayed. Look, that's my little rant, guys. Again, this wasn't going to be a super long, drawn-out conversation, but I would like for you guys at this point to lend me a hand, give me some help. You guys who've all been to all these expos and these cons, think back. Think back when you went to the con. Do you ever remember seeing a buttload of Attack on Titan stuff? Or even just in general, Eren, Mikasa, different stuff like that? Let me know if you guys seen that down below. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys saw anything in relation to that. Or if you guys actually are on the same wavelength as me and you think back and it's like, you know what? I don't recall seeing a lot of stuff related to Eren or related to Attack on Titan. It is pretty strange that this stuff was kind of not included in the big anime expos, especially stuff that was out in California and things of that nature. Those things are fucking huge. And there's really no Attack on Titan stuff? It's kind of odd. Now, with all that being said, guys, I want you guys to enjoy your goddamn day. And I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out.